students, welcome to Crash King online classes. We'll continue the last lesson of physics, that is the stars and the solar system. So I explained about stars, constellations. Some constellations we have seen in the previous class. Now we'll move to the solar system. So what is this solar system? What forms this solar system? Solar system, it includes sun and other planets, in the sense sun, planets and other celestial bodies. Sun, planets and other celestial bodies. That is, if you take sun as the star, you can say sun, other stars, planets and other celestial bodies such as meteors, meteorites, asteroids, they all form solar system. Solar system includes sun and other celestial objects. It is called solar system. So, planets revolve around the sun. Planets revolve. They are revolving. They move around the sun in elliptical orbit. Earth is also a planet. Earth is a planet. It is the planet. Along, if you take Earth as one planet, there are 7 other planets also present. So, altogether, there are 8 planets. 8 planets. These 8 planets, they revolve around the sun in elliptical orbit, in elliptical path, elliptical orbit. Earth, along with other 7 planets or 8 planets, they revolve around the sun in elliptical orbit. If we name these 8 planets from the distance of sun, in order from the distance of sun, we can name these 8 planets. They are as follows. First one is Mercury. Mercury. Second, Venus. Third one is Earth. Fourth one, Mars. Fifth one, Jupiter. Sixth one, Saturn. Seventh one, Uranus. And eighth one, Neptune. These are 8 planets from according to their distance from the sun. So first, the planet which is nearest to sun is Mercury. Next comes Venus. Next, third place Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Out of these 8 planets, this Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, these 4 planets are called inner planets. Inner planets, because these planets are nearer to sun, so they are called inner planets. Remaining these 4 planets, they are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. They are called outer planets. Outer planets, because they are farther away from the sun. So these 4 are called outer planets and these 4 planets are called inner planets. We shall get some knowledge about these planets. So some information, some knowledge about these planets one by one. So before starting with these planets, we'll start with the owner of this solar system, that is the sun. Sun. If we consider solar system, it is a family. Who is the owner of that family? Sun is the owner of that family. Sun is at the middle, sun is at the center and all other planets along with other celestial objects, they revolve, they move around the sun in elliptical orbit. Sun is the main source of energy for all of us. Sun produces light energy as well as heat energy. We get light and heat energy from sun. Not only for us, not only for the creatures or the human beings, not only for the living beings who are there on the surface of the earth. In fact, for all other planets, sun is the main source of energy. Sun provides energy, light energy as well as heat energy for other planets also. So nearest planet to Sun, that is Mercury. As you see here, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. The planet which is far away from the Sun is Neptune. So as I said, planets revolve around the Sun in elliptical orbit. In elliptical path, they revolve around the Sun. Elliptical path or elliptical orbit. All planets revolve around the Sun. So the path in which planets move around the Sun, the path in which all the planets they move around the Sun, that path is called orbit. Orbit is a path on which planets revolve, planets move around the Sun. That is called orbit. So planets revolve around the Sun. Planets move around the Sun. Time taken by any planet, time taken by a planet to complete one revolution around the Sun. To complete one revolution, one round around the Sun, we call it as period of revolution. Period of revolution. What is period of revolution? Time taken to complete one revolution. Time taken by a planet to complete one revolution around the Sun. It is called the period of revolution. Planets, they revolve, they move around the Sun in elliptical orbit. So time taken to complete one revolution is called period of revolution. In addition to revolution, planets rotate in their own axis. They are rotating like how top rotates on its axis. Its axis. In the same way, planets, they rotate in their own axis. So the time taken to complete one rotation in their own axis is called as period of rotation. Period of revolution and period of rotation. Time taken to complete one rotation is called period of rotation. Time taken to complete one revolution is called period of revolution. If we consider Earth, if you take Earth as an example, Earth takes 1 day. The period of rotation of the Earth is 1 day. In the sense, Earth takes 1 day to complete one rotation. On its own axis, Earth is rotating. That is, the period of rotation of Earth is 1 day. If you consider period of revolution, Earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution around the Sun. That is the period of revolution. For the Earth, 365 days is the period of revolution. 1 day is the period of rotation. Period of revolution is moving around the Sun. Period of rotation in this is spinning on its own axis. That is called period of rotation. So all planets, they revolve around the Sun in elliptical orbit. To revolve, to move around the Sun, they follow a elliptical path. They follow a path. That path is called orbit. So they revolve around the Sun. Time taken to complete one revolution is called period of revolution. Time taken to complete one rotation is called period of rotation. Period of revolution and period of rotation. So all planets revolve around the Sun in elliptical orbit. Now we shall get some knowledge about these planets. So if we observe the night sky, we can see stars, we can see the planets. Planets also look like that of stars, but there are some differences between planets and stars which make us understand this is a planet and this is a star. So what is the main difference between planets and stars? As I said, stars are self-luminous. They produce their own light. Sun is a star which produces its own light. So the object which produce their own light, they are called self-luminous. Stars are self-luminous because they produce their own light. But when you come to planets, planets do not produce their own light. They do not emit their own light. Instead of that, planets reflect the sun's light falls on them. The sun's light ray, the light rays which falls on the planets, it gets reflected. So because of that, we can see these planets. Planets look, or we see the light from the planets mainly due to the reflection of the sun's light. So planets do not produce their own light. This is the main difference between stars and the planets. So planets do not produce their own light. They do not, or they does not produce their own light. Their own light. Instead, they reflect the sun's light falls on them. So this is the main difference between planets and the star. And second difference, planets, they do not twinkle. They do not twinkle. As you know, we say stars are twinkling, stars twinkle. But planets, they do not twinkle. Planets, they do not produce their own light. Planets, they do not twinkle. These are the main difference between stars and the planets. So we can understand which is a star and which is the planet. So from this main difference to identify planet and sun, we are using this twinkling effect. Stars are twinkling, but planets, they do not twinkle. They just shine. Planets are not twinkling. So this is the main difference to understand which is a planet and which is the star. So we'll move to the planets. So the first planet which is nearest to sun, which is the first planet, that is Mercury. Mercury is the planet which is nearest to sun, nearest planet to sun, as well as this is the smallest planet in the solar system. Smallest planet and nearest planet to the sun, that is Mercury. So it is so nearer to sun, because of that it is difficult to get more information about this Mercury. So we cannot get much information about the planet Mercury because it is so nearer to sun. But we can see this Mercury. It is observed early in the morning or in the evening. It is visible in the horizon. But that place, it is observed mainly that that place should not be obstructed with the buildings as well as the mountains or the walls. The place where you are seeing that the place where you want to see the Mercury, it should not be obstructed with buildings or the mountains of that particular place. Mainly it is observed in the horizon in the early morning or in the evening. Early evening we can observe this Mercury, but no much information we can get from the Mercury because Mercury is nearer planet. It is the nearest to sun. So it is impossible to get much information about this. It is the nearest planet to sun as well as it is the smallest planet in the solar system. Now come to the second planet, that is Venus. Venus. Venus is the second planet from the sun. It is the brightest planet in the solar system. Brightest planet in the solar system, that is Venus. It is the brightest planet in the solar system. Along with this brightest planet, it is also called morning or evening star. Venus is called morning or evening star. even though it is not a star. Even though Venus is not a star, it is called morning or evening star. Why Venus is called morning or evening star? Venus is called morning or evening star because Venus is visible. We can see this Venus in the eastern direction just before the sunrise. Just before the sunrise, or it is visible in the western direction soon after or just after the sunset, it is visible. Therefore, this planet is called morning or evening star. Venus is visible in the eastern direction just before the sunrise, or it is visible in the western direction just after the sunset. So, it is called morning or evening star. As I said, Earth is rotating. Earth rotates from west to east, but this Venus, it rotates from east to west. Venus also revolves around the sun. It rotates on its own axis. Venus rotates on its own axis. But there is no natural satellites for this Venus. Venus has no any moons, natural satellite. As you know, Earth has one moon. Moon is the natural satellite of the Earth. It is not man-made. Moon is natural, which revolve, which is moving around the Earth. In the same way, this Venus, it does not contain any natural satellite. In the sense, there are no moons for the Venus. Usually, satellite is any celestial body. Satellite, for what we call a satellite? Satellite means any celestial body which move around one more celestial body. Any object which move another celestial object, we call it as a satellite. Earth is moving around the sun, but we don't call Earth a satellite. Earth is a planet. But for what we are calling satellite? Satellite is a body. Satellite is an object which revolve around the planet, which move around the planet. We call it as a satellite. So, if the satellites are natural, we call them as moons, moons of those planets. So, this Venus does not contain any moon. There are no moons for the Venus. Come to the next planet, that is Mercury, Venus, after that Earth, third planet from the sun, that is Earth. So, Earth is most important. It is a peculiar planet on which life exists. Existence of life is possible on the Earth. But what made this existence of life on the Earth? What made there is life can exist on the Earth? So the main reason, this Earth, it is the only planet which contains water. The planet which contains water. There is water resource, that is Earth. It is only planet where atmosphere is present. We can breathe. There is oxygen for the respiration, to breathe, to inhale. We need oxygen. So appropriate atmosphere is present on the Earth. And also Earth is at a proper distance. It is at a correct distance from the sun, so that the temperature of the Earth is appropriate for the life, for the existence of life. The temperature is appropriate. In addition to that, there is a blanket of ozone. So what are the main reasons which made responsible for the existence of life on the Earth? The main thing, it has atmosphere. It contains water, moderate temperature, and also blanket of ozone. So these are the factors which made existence of life on the Earth. So only planet where life exists, that is the planet Earth. It is the third planet from the sun. The main reason, because of that life exists on the Earth, Earth is at a correct distance from the sun. Because of that, it has the temperature which is present on the Earth, which is useful, that is a moderate temperature which which is good for the existence, which is important for the existence of life on the earth. In addition to that, it has water resource. There is water present on the surface of the earth. There is atmosphere. Atmosphere is present on the surface of the earth, and also it is covered with a blanket of ozone which protects us from the harmful UV radiations from the sun. It acts like a protective layer, that is ozone layer. So these are the main characteristics of the planet of Earth which made existence of life on Earth. We will move to the next planet after Earth. Next one is Mars. Mars is called reddish planet because it is red color. It is red planet. It is also called red planet because it is reddish color. Due to its red color, it is reddish in color. It is called red planet. It is the planet which is present after the orbit of Earth. The planet which is present next to the orbit of Earth, that is Mars. Mars is the reddish planet due to its color. So this Mars, the surface of Mars, the planet Mars, it contains mainly two moons. Two moons are present, two natural satellites. There are two moons for Mars. Mainly the name of these two moons are Phobos and Deimos, are the natural satellites of the Mars, planet Mars. Mars is the reddish satellite, reddish planet because of its color. It is the orbit of Mars is present just after the orbit of Earth, next to Earth. So it has two moons. Name is not given. The name of natural satellite of Mars is Phobos and Deimos. So as I told, there are four planets. They are called inner planets. Which are four planets? Inner planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. So Earth is present in between Mars and Venus and Mars. So which planet is nearer to Earth, Venus or the Mars? The planet which is nearer to Earth is Venus, not Mars. The planet which nearer to Earth is Venus. So these four planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, they are called inner planets because they are nearer to the sun. They are nearer to the sun, and also they don't have many moons. Many moons or many natural satellites are not present for these planets. So they are called inner planets. And also there is no ring system for any planets. We cannot see, we cannot identify any ring for these planets. So they do not have any ring system. Next four planets, they are Jupiter, next planet Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. They are called outer planets. We will move to the next planet, that is Jupiter. That is the outer planet, Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. Largest planet. Largest planet in the solar system is Jupiter. So Jupiter is so large. So you can place in this planet Jupiter, you can place about 1,300 Earths can be placed inside this Jupiter. We can keep 1,300 Earth inside the Jupiter. So that much, so much large, so much big. And also mass of the Jupiter, if you compare mass of the Earth and mass of the Jupiter is 318 times more than the mass of Earth. 318 times mass of Earth. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. It is so larger that we can place about 1300 Earths inside the planet Jupiter. There are the mass, if you compare, its mass is 318 times the mass of Earth. This planet Jupiter has many number of moons or many natural satellites. Out of these natural satellites, these moons, there are four main moons. They are very larger. So these moons are natural satellites. The main four natural satellites are Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. So not given in your textbook. It has many number of moons. Many natural satellites are present for the planet Jupiter. Out of that, four are most important. They are called the Galilean satellites because Galileo Galilei identified these moons of Jupiter. They are Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. So this Jupiter, it also contains a faint ring. Faint ring system is present for the planet Jupiter. We move to the next planet, that is Saturn. Saturn is the beautiful planet of the solar system, and also it is a bit different from other planets. So what is the main reason? As you know, because of its ring system. The ring system which is present in this Saturn, which made it peculiar from other planets. Beautiful ring system. Because of that, planet Saturn is the beautiful planet of the solar system. It is the beautiful planet of the solar system, and also it is the second largest planet in the solar system. As I said, as same like Jupiter, Saturn also has many number of moons or the satellites. Natural satellites are present for this for the planet Saturn. Saturn is the planet which has least density. Its density is very less. Least denser. Less denser. Its density is least. It is the planet. That is the important feature of this Saturn. One is ring system and the density. It is the least denser. So to observe this Saturn or the Jupiter, we need telescope. It is not possible to observe them with naked eye. So even to observe this ring system also, we need telescope to observe the ring system present in the Saturn. We will move to the next planets after Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Uranus as well as Neptune. So these two planets, Uranus and Neptune, they are the planets which are far away from the Sun. They are at a large distance from the Sun, Uranus and Neptune. So we need a powerful telescope to observe, to see these planets. A powerful telescope is necessary to see these planets, that is Uranus as well as Neptune. So these two planets also, they also contain a ring system. There is a ring system, faint ring system. It is not so much clear. Ring system is present for these planets also. So Neptune, the rotation of the Neptune, the main feature of this Neptune, the rotational axis of the Neptune is highly tilted. It is not straight, it is tilted, it is cross. Highly tilted rotational axis present for the Neptune. So as I said earlier, 4 planets are inner planets and 4 planets are outer planets. Which are the inner planets? Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. They are called inner planets because they are nearer to Sun, and also no moons. They have only no moons in the sense, no, moons are not present. It is not like that. Only few moons are present for these planets. Few moons are present for these planets, and there is no ring system for these planets. Remaining 4 planets. They are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. They are called outer planets because they are far away from the sun. One reason, they have ring system. These planets have ring system. In that, Saturn has a ring system, beautiful ring system which is highly visible with a telescope, but the remaining faint ring system. They have ring system, and also they have number of moons. Number of natural satellites are present. So they are called outer planets, and the remaining are called inner planets. So which planet is nearer to sun? The planet which is nearer to sun is Mercury. The planet which is nearer to Earth, the planet which is nearer to Earth is Venus. Which is the brightest planet? Venus is the brightest planet. Which is the reddish planet? Mars is the reddish planet, red planet. Which planet is called morning or evening star? Planet Venus is called morning or evening star. Which planet is the beautiful planet of the solar system? That is the planet Saturn is the beautiful planet of the solar system. And also one more question it may get, which planet, name the planet where life exists, name the planet where existence of life is possible. Which planet? That is the Earth. Only planet on which existence of life is possible. Life exists on the Earth.